So, Neatmike is back as a goddamn American hero, bro. Hello and welcome to another training ramp video. So what I do in a training ramp video is just I basically train in Rocket League and rant whatever topic I'm interested at the moment. So today we're gonna be talking about the legend himself, Neatmike, bro. The best Rocket League content creator that ever graced this earth. Mind you, he doesn't really make Rocket League content anymore, but once upon a time, dude, he was the king of Rocket League content as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, yeah, he dropped a new video which is totally unrelated to Rocket League, but I just saw it and I wanted to talk about it. Oh my god. And in this video, man, a lot of wild stuff happens. You gotta watch the video, alright? So if you haven't seen the video, I advise you to go watch it first, because you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I'm probably gonna gaslight you a little bit. I'm gonna leave a link to the video in the description, and while you're there, dude, subscribe to Mike and watch his Rocket League content if you don't know who he is already. To sum up the situation a little bit, Neatmike has got himself in the middle of like a custody battle situation. So what happened is that Neatmike has a girlfriend, and that girlfriend has a brother, and he was in custody of like his mother, but apparently she's an unfit mother, and they were trying to get custody for the kid, and apparently she was refusing, and this whole ordeal happened with the mother and the dad of the kid, and Neatmike is kind of in the middle of it, because it's his girlfriend family, you know what I mean? But he's her boyfriend, you know what I mean? So Neatmike, through all of this, I think, is just supporting his girlfriend, trying to help her, you know, and trying to help her little brother. You gotta watch this video, man, because at one point it has like a fight scene where Neatmike fights like 5 junkies at the same time, and bro takes all 5 of them out with just a pencil that he had in his pocket, and then he wrote subscribe to Neatmike on their foreheads once they were knocked down. It's crazy, bro. It's like one of the craziest videos I've ever seen. You know, one thing about Neatmike is that he barely uploads anymore, and when he does, you never kind of know what he's gonna upload. I mean, some of his uploads that he did were Rocket League based, and those were cool because that's mainly how I know Neatmike, from his Rocket League content. But I also started watching him for his other content too, because he's just an entertaining guy. He's a good YouTuber. Oh, what was that? So during this whole process, Mike has been dealing with a few characters. He's been dealing with the mom, who's supposedly an unfit mother. He's been dealing with the son, another son that she has, who's an addict. And at one point, there's an altercation between Mike and her other son, which name is Mark. And they have an altercation, and the police got involved. So in this altercation, Mike was just like surveilling their house in case if he could see them, the mother go out, because she has been refusing to let her anybody see her son or take him away from him, however she puts it. So he's kind of like, you know, surveilling the house, seeing if he has an opportunity, because the police themselves really are not doing much at this point to intervene, even though her father, the father of the kid, still has custody of the kid. Somehow she just kind of kidnapped him. I mean, it's her own son, so it gets tricky, you know what I mean? But at this point, legally, his guardian is supposed to be his father. So anyway, Mike is outside, and all of a sudden, this junkie guy, he's like, I'm gonna kill you, bro. He starts running towards Mike, and at this point, Mike says, I think he says that one of the cousins, a cousin of the family, gives him a knife, just to be, you know, just in case something happens. But despite Mike having a knife, he doesn't really want to fight this dude, you know what I mean? But this dude wants to fight Mike. So yeah, the guy runs up to Mike screaming, I'm gonna kill you. And you know what, even when he's saying that to Mike, Mike is just calm and collected, because he's a giga chad, you know what I mean? He's practically a goddamn superhero. You know, Mike starts walking away from him, and this guy jumps on him and starts, you know, punching him and tackles him to the ground, and somehow they didn't really go into this, but bruh, come on, I think I know what happened. Somehow the Mark guy, the junkie guy that attacked him, somehow gets stabbed during this fight. So, you know, even though Mike didn't even want to fight this guy, he kind of ended up winning the fight anyway. Because from what I look from Mike, if the guy was punching him, he wasn't punching him very hard, or at least not in the face, because Mike doesn't seem to have any bruises, at least on his face. I don't know on his body, but he never went into that. However, this Mike guy, you can see him bleeding through the eyes of like the camera the cop has. Because throughout the video, which is something very cool about the video, is that they showed the footage from the cop's perspective. And when the cops show up to see what's happening in this whole scene, Mark, the guy, is very sneakily says, you know, this guy just stabbed me. Like, I went over there just to talk to him, right, bro? Like, he completely omits that he was threatening the guy and running towards him, like charging towards him. And he started the confrontation. Mike was just defending himself. He completely neglects to tell that to the cops. However, thankfully, there were witnesses that corroborated the story, like corroborated what really happened. You know, one thing that I do love about the video is, apart from the editing, which is really good, I really like how he showed the footage from the cops. Dude, at one point the cops, they like Mike so much that one cop says, I don't know who that guy is, but if he had a YouTube channel, I would subscribe to it. Because Mike was cooperating with them, even though, you know, he at the first he was kind of the suspect because he's the one that stabbed the other guy. Supposedly, I don't know, dude, he never says that, okay, all right? Allegedly, I don't even know. Maybe the guy was just fighting with him and it just happens to get stabbed by his own stupidity, which it seems very likely. But anyway, yeah, the whole video, the way it was edited, it was pretty cool. The way it was presented, it was pretty cool. But what I really liked about the video is the attitude that Neatmike has, because he could have shifted the whole tone of the video to be very dramatic and to paint himself like really like the victim. But he was not. He was very genuine and like very realistic about it, as opposed to, you know, over dramatizing it to make it more, you know, exciting, I guess, or more manipulative. It was just Neatmike, you know what I mean? He kept his personality. He didn't change it to be all dramatic and be all pretentious, and I really like that about the video. Man, I tell you, Neatmike is such a entertaining person. Like, I wish, a part of me wishes he comes back to doing Rocket League content, but he's just not into it anymore, I think. He played this game for a lot of years, and he did a lot of great content with John Samma and Woofles, with the whole F2 era. And just on his own, he did a lot of great content. He did a lot of great content with Athena too, and with Sis. The guy was just making the rounds back then, and back then he kind of, the thing about Neatmike is he's never really, it's hard to say this. How do I say this? He's never fully committed to be the Rocket League content creator. He did a lot of Rocket League content, don't get me wrong, but he's the kind of guy that just seemed that he never fully committed to being a YouTuber, even though he was fairly successful at it, and he's still really good at it. He's still like the like, I don't know. He seems like the kind of guy that it just seems like a hobby to be a YouTuber. And even though it feels like that, his videos are well edited, and he puts like work into it. He puts work into making the videos entertaining, you know. So he doesn't half-ass the work, but it doesn't seem like he has the motivation to be like a YouTube star, even though in the video he's described as a YouTube star. There's a lot more to the video than what I just described, and honestly I lied in a couple of parts. So that's why you gotta watch the original video, and that's really all I gotta say about this video. So I'll see you guys later.